Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Husted, and I'm here to deliver another higher wisdom message. Today's message is about, again, being an observer in life. And there's a lot going on. I feel in the spiritual community, people are getting frustrated. They want a quick answer. They want to know that all this spiritual quest that they are seeking is going to come to fruition like tomorrow. Like that we're putting time frames on it. If you think about what really truly has happened and the wisdom that at least I've been getting through Sophia and through the angels. Sophia is known as the feminine essence of the Holy Spirit. So this beautiful wisdom, this angelic wisdom that's coming through is here to say, hey, nothing happens outside of yourself. And that the changes that you are seeking start with you first, and that we have to do the work of letting go and healing. And when we look for sensationalism, we're only going to get disappointed because we're the ones that it starts with. Yes, we're in an evolutionary shift. Yes, there is elevated energy in the air that is helping us to progress. But if you think about evolution, it takes time. When you think about a caterpillar that goes into a chrysalis to become a butterfly, it just doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. So we're in that chrysalis stage where it's frustrating, it's getting old, you wish it would hurry up, you're tired of battling the old ways of living, the lack of not enough fear-based living. And yet that is the part of the transformation to become the butterfly. We must go through the letting go and releasing in order to come into this new elevated way of being. And this message is going to talk about, once again, it's going to feel like a death. Every time that you leave behind an old belief that doesn't serve you, it's going to feel like a death. So I'm going to go ahead and read this message and we'll talk about it afterwards. It was another great one. And this message was written on July 20th. There is much energy upon the earth right now that is bringing the old narrative to surface. The old stories of right and wrong, judgment and division. As these feelings of insecurity arise, simply observe them. Allow them to bubble up from the depths within, for this cleansing process will take time. Be the observer. Notice what arises, but do not hold on to the hurts and wounds you have carried or revisited each day. This is a deep detoxification of your cellular memory that is taking place. Awakening within each of you is a greater activation of your DNA. You are upgrading your cellular structure to support a more multi-dimensional way of living, a life that contains many facets of existence that are already around you, yet remain unseen. What we mean by multi-dimensional living is that you will begin to tap into a deeper knowing of life. You will discover that life is a living matrix of thoughts and feelings arising within you, shaping the very reality of your experience. You are becoming aware of the power of your thoughts and the importance of aligning them with your heart in order to create a brighter reality. For many of you, this transformation may feel kind of like a death because the fear attached to the illusion of life has become so deeply rooted. We call it an illusion because the Creator has made you in the image of the divine, and within you resides the power to create. You are all creator beings capable of extraordinary and surprising gifts. Relax and allow this transformation to take hold. For there is great wonder and mystery in this new way of living. You will feel more free and alive as you empower your thoughts, words, deeds, and actions with the light. Please do not set yourself up for failure by believing you must always feel joy and peace, for that is not how this reality was designed. The joy and peace you experience will exist in contrast to the denser thoughts and emotions that arise daily in life. Remember, much of what you entertain in your mind is influenced by the collective beliefs of humanity and by those around you. As you awaken to this multi-dimensional way of thinking and living, you may become more aware of the emotions and thoughts of others. Remember this. Take time to tune yourself into the right frequencies. Ask for guidance as you navigate these waters of change and place your attention upon the path of least resistance. The way of God is gentle and pure, and within that path, you will naturally align with your next step. It is through daily alignment, moment by moment, and by claiming your highest good that life unfolds. We say this because so many of you entertain unnecessary fears and distractions within your minds. And in doing so, you draw those energies towards yourselves. The question, how good can this get, is answered by your willingness to align to God's infinite love and with the true desires of your heart. Then watch the magic unfold. Trials will come and go, but see yourself moving through them like water. Do not cling to them. Instead, observe them, honor what they have come to teach you, feel them fully, and let them go. Each time you choose to see the greater good, your life opens to a new path. Not everyone will choose this work, for it requires an open heart and a willing spirit. Yet the day you learn to live in harmony within yourself is the day you will recognize the vast blessings that life has always been offering you. Life is a precious gift, and many will come to discover it as an extraordinary journey of creativity, growth, and love. It is through your willingness to let go and allow life to work for you rather than against you that you will embrace your role as co-creator of this experience. As you continue to walk forward, surround yourself with like-minded people who desire to grow and evolve. Spend time in nature and give gratitude to all that is before you. We remind you of this often because it is through the elements of nature and the energy of love that your heart is softened and your spirit is strengthened, and you will feel supported along your path. Much love, the angels. Okay, and we're going to go over this message again, a beautiful message of encouragement that the work is for us to do. But they're going to start out at the very beginning of this message and say there's much energy upon the land, and it is bringing up the old narratives to surface. I don't know about you, but 2026 has been a wild ride of releasing, of purging those old beliefs of lack of, not enough, and what they say here of right and wrong, judgment and division. So as these insecurities arise, they always say simply observe. And it's interesting because yesterday I was taking my walk and I listened to a podcast from a doctor. He's a psychiatrist, a Harvard trained psychiatrist, and he calls himself Dr. K. And Dr. K talked about how emotions and feelings and thoughts really aren't anything that we can control. They will arise. And when you just observe them, then you don't put power to them. It's when we entertain them that they become real. So it's that physics notion, that double blind split experiment, right? Where particles will behave differently when observed. So when you observe a thought, it's going to behave differently. It's going to grow. And he talked about how your thoughts are like a garden. And think of a garden. Your thoughts that do not serve you are like weeds, and you're just going to give them space, like look at your garden, look at your thoughts, and then pluck out the weeds. And you don't need to entertain them, because when you grow a garden, a thought process of more positive mantras, more positive alignments, thoughts that bring you forward, not backwards, you're going to notice your garden growing. And so that's what this message from the angels is saying. So they said, allow all these yucky feelings to bubble up from the depths, because we are in a cleansing process. And notice what arises, but don't hold on to them. And then pluck them like a weed, right? You can even just visualize like reaching down into your thought process and plucking out and throwing out and sending it up to the heavens, or sending it out the door, or however that looks for you, the thoughts that no longer serve you. And they want to remind us this is a deep detoxification of your cellular memory, because our DNA is awakening to greater capacities, right? And we are in an evolutionary shift. We cannot expect this to happen overnight. We probably would implode if we really knew the power of who we are in one day and one night. You know, if it was just came tomorrow, we wouldn't know how to deal with it. So this process of cleansing, letting go, observing, releasing and calling forth what you do want, not what you don't want, is how we are going to activate our DNA as we go through this awakening process. So they're going to say, when you start to awaken, you're going to be open up to that life is multidimensional and it contains many facets of existence that are already around you, yet remain unseen. So you'd probably be shocked to know all that's around you, but our consciousness, our five senses, the way that beliefs that we've believed keep us in a little bubble of some sort, right? We are conscious creative beings. So as you expand and ask for expansion and let go of the beliefs that no longer serve you, and come into all that you can be and release limiting beliefs, you're going to start to discover like life is a little more colorful than you thought. And I have a lot of clients that reach out to me and they want to learn how to navigate these times and how to develop their intuition and how to trust what they're seeing in and hearing in other spaces of dimensions. And I love teaching that because many of my clients feel like it's like Christmas Day, right? We are opening up more to who we truly are, and it feels exciting. It takes that mundane life and it just blasts it open, and it's an excitement. But it's going to take time. We really need to make sure that we are grounded and centered so that we can handle this expansion of life that is already around us, is what they're saying, but we just cannot see it. And then they go on to say, you will discover that life is a living matrix of thoughts, feelings that arise within you, shaping the very reality you experience. So you're becoming aware of your thoughts. And especially when you align them to your heart, you're going to create a better, brighter future. Now, I've been asking myself over and over again lately, what does it mean to follow your heart? And sometimes when you don't have like something that really excites you, it can feel kind of mundane, right? And I keep going, what does my heart want? What does it mean to follow your heart? And a lot of times to follow your heart is to step outside the box, is to do something that makes you scared, or to try something new, or to move to a new place, or to try a new job, or to go try a new friend group, or whatever it is you are feeling fearful of. Follow your heart, because if your heart is desiring expansion, you must break the old patterning and reach out and start to try new things. And as your heart tries new things, you might be like, oh, I didn't like moving there. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Or I tried that social group and that really wasn't my thing. But the heart will keep trying things, and each new experience will open up doors for another brighter reality, is what they're saying. So every time that you become aware of the power of your thoughts and the importance to aligning to a heart, you are creating a brighter reality. You're expanding yourself. And they're going to remind us again that a lot of times this transition feels like a death, because the fear of the illusion of life is so deeply rooted. And they want to say again, we call this an illusion because your creator, our creator, has made you in the image of God, as in the image of the creator. And within you resides power. Okay. And we are created beings. Surprising gifts are available to us. They say we are capable of extraordinary and surprising gifts. So how do we get this, right? Is it a struggle? Is it like, oh my gosh, I have to let go of everything in order to get? And this next sentence, I love it. Relax and allow this transformation to take hold. It is through relaxing and allowing, it's not through the struggle. And they'll say in a little bit later in this message, it's the flow again. The universe will take you on a flow. For each new adventure will come as you go into non-resistance of what is in front of you. Okay. And then they say, there is wonder and mystery in this new way of living, and you will feel more alive as you empower your thoughts and words and deeds and actions and align them to the light, align them to that higher way of living. And then they want to say, please do not set yourself up for failure by believing you must always feel joy and peace. So when you're on this path of awakening, and as you come into a new aha moment and you feel this amazing excitement and, oh my gosh, I just broke through another layer of my fears and I felt like I was going to die, but I lived and I feel free. And then something else comes and it pulls you down. And then you're like, wait a minute, I thought I had broken free of that. That's not what they're saying in this message. That is not how this reality has been set up. And they say the joy and peace you experience will exist in contrast to the denser thoughts and emotions that arise daily in your life. So it's those thoughts that we have, those weeds that we have in our thought process, when we simply observe it and we can pluck them out and we can move them out of our existence and we can be an observer more than a reactive person. That is when the joy and the peace come. We're active participants in this thing called life because life will always have the contrast of darkness and light. That's how we find our way. Okay. So remember, much of what you entertain in your mind is influenced by the collective's belief and the belief of those around you. So humanity has a certain set of beliefs, and that influences a lot of what goes on in what we entertain, the beliefs that we entertain, and also by the people you hang out with. So just remember, hold your thoughts captive. Wait, observe them. Do I need to believe this? Is this a weed that I need to pull out? Is this the truth? And they've said in so many messages, the truth of who you truly are is perfect, complete, whole, and lacking in nothing. For you are made in the image of the divine. So when we believe in the beauty of who we truly are, we can say to those thoughts that say that we are lack of or not enough or we're never going to amount to anything, we can look at those thoughts and we can say, isn't that interesting? There goes those weeds again. And you can pluck them out and get rid of them. And then they go on to say, as you awaken to this multi-dimensional way of thinking and living, you'll become more aware of your emotions and thoughts. And as you remember that not every thought needs to be entertained, and that this Harvard doctor that I listened to that podcast, Dr. K, says you cannot control your thoughts, but you can control what you listen to. So in this message, it says, remember, take time to tune yourself into the right frequencies. Ask for guidance every day to navigate through these waters of change and place your attention upon the path of least resistance. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to walk into things that fear you. You're going to walk into the things that you want to try and do and just believe. So that doesn't mean that you don't challenge yourself. You just flow through life. You set your desire and your heart align with what you'd like, and then let it go and allow the flow of life by asking for guidance. So I always ask for guidance. Hey, I don't know how to do this. I ask God, I ask the angels, please help me. So the next they say is the way of God is gentle and pure. And within that path, you will naturally align to your next step. So you can even ask, thank you for the most gentle, pure way to get through this next trial in my life. Thank you for the strength to face those unwanted thoughts. Thank you for the courage to try a new job or to break through one more step of something that I believe I can't do. And so they said it is through daily alignment, moment by moment, not the past, not the future, moment by moment, and by claiming your highest good that life unfolds, moment by moment. And then they said, we say this because so many of you entertain unnecessary fears and distractions within your minds. And in doing so, you draw those energies towards you. Because remember, where your attention goes, your energy goes. Where you place your energy in your garden of your thoughts is what's going to grow. So if you see things that do not pull you to your highest good, pluck them, release them, let them go, and be brave to walk through. So trials will come and go, but see yourself as moving through them like water. Don't cling so tightly to trials. It's like, okay, I'm okay. I had that mess up. I had that disappointment. I got angry. I, got fired from my job. Don't cling to them. Instead, observe them, honor what they have come to teach you, feel them fully, and then let them go. When I'm working with my clients and we feel and we're working with the body and the body starts to pull up old memories and people start to feel that fear that they have shoved down so deep into their body. And it feels as if that event is happening right now. I always remind them, hey, it's not happening right now. It's just a pass emotion that's coming out of your body. And if you just stay centered in your breath and in your heart, breathe nice and slow, breathe in something that brings you something positive, and then exhale, relax, release that emotion, but ride through it. It'll last 90 seconds to, I think, 4 minutes, something like that. Some neuroscientists say if you truly just feel the feeling, it'll last 90 seconds, and then you can be going on with something new in your life. But I have noticed I'll sit with clients and it does not last very long. So those things that you're so fearful of, if you can just feel them, breathe into your heart, stay stable, feel that sadness, feel that grief, feel that frustration, feel that disappointment, and then let it go. And so it does take work, our work to do it. And in the next sentence, they say, not everyone will choose this work, for it requires an open heart and a willing spirit. And I love this next sentence. Yet the day you learn to live in harmony within yourself is the day you will begin to recognize the vast blessings life has always been offering you. It literally is in self-love and alignment to your creator that you will realize the blessings in life. It's not in pleasing other people. It's not in fitting in. It's living your true, authentic self and recognizing that the love within you is plenty, that you have been given this vast well of infinite love from the creator within you. And when you do that, you will realize that life is a blessing and it is a precious gift. And you will come to discover that you are so fortunate to be on this journey of growth, creativity, and love when you come to love yourself and you're not looking outside yourself for validation. You just know you are made in the image of the divine, and that is enough. And then they go on to say, it is through your willingness to let go and allow life to work for you rather than against you that you will embrace the role as co-creator of this experience. Let go and allow life to work for you rather than against you. And you will embrace the role of co-creator. You and God created this. You created this for your learning experience. Once you realize that everything is here to teach you, it's not here to bring you down, it's here to teach you and rise you up into something higher, then you will embrace your experience. And as you continue to walk forward, surround yourself with like-minded people who desire to grow and evolve. Spend time in nature and give gratitude for all of before you. Surround yourself with the beauty of nature. Get yourself grounded in good, like-minded people who are positive, who think of more empowering, open-minded ideas instead of small-minded ideas. I challenge you guys to think about even your speech, or if you are in a crowd, observe everybody's speech. The tendency is to talk about other people and how they're doing things wrong. It's a huge topic of conversation. If we can allow everyone the space to live their life how they need to for their growth, and we come into more empowering conversations that are uplifting and more ways to move forward in life, you're going to notice a big change in your own life, because it is in the judgment and the talking of others that we become small again. It's allowing others their journey and empowering thoughts, words, deeds, and actions that open up our energy. And when you open up through the elements of nature and the energy of love, that's when your heart will soften and your spirit will strengthen and you'll feel supported upon your path. Much love, the angels. So I love that message again, just helping all of us to walk daily, moment by moment, in the path that we see that is before us, because we co-created this. And so if something is going against you, take a look at your garden of thoughts, pull out the weeds, and start to grow your thought process, your neural pathways in a more positive direction, not setting yourself up for disappointment by saying you can never feel sadness or sorrow, because that's part of this human journey. So allowing for all the experiences of life, but shifting your attention off of the failures that we would say and arising into the experiences that life is giving you. and then moving forward with grace and ease and gratitude and thanks for all that is before you is working for you, not against you. Thank you and have a great day.